So today I was going to be talking about how we can use digital marketing to grow our businesses. So I don't know if you guys can give me a bit of a response. So what do you do? What are some of the businesses we have represented here? Because as I speak or as I train, we're going to take it one or two live case scenarios. So if you're here, you run a business either as your main business or as your side business, please put it in the chat and tell me what you do, what you sell, what business you participate in. Let me just know. Let me know. Let us know. Yeah, just share with everybody. I think it'll be nice and interesting to see. Marine survey, Samuel. That's interesting. The only thing I know about marine is marine spirits, but it's fine. We'll work with marine survey. Real estate agency. That's really interesting. There's a real estate person here. Music marketing. Wow. Logistics. Good. I sell shoes, bags, and clothes. I'm also a caterer. Yeah, an importer, exporter, cocoa water, waiter. Okay, skincare, graphics and web design, broadband internet. Oh, you have a solution to some of the problems we've had today. Please provide a solution to our problems today. Inspection of vessels and cargoes. Interesting. Dami, your hand is up. We'll get to you. Okay, your hand is back down. Food processing. Okay, interesting. So these are some of the different things that we do, which is very interesting. So, I mean, as we go along, I'm going to be asking a few questions. That should help. Oluwatosin, is it possible for people to unmute themselves if I call them to speak?
Yes, please. Yes, please. They just have to unmute themselves and just pick up. Once they are done, they mute up.
Okay, great. So what I'll do is I'll ask a few questions. If you want to speak, you can just raise your hand, and then I'll call on you. Then you can unmute yourself, and then we can hear you out because this is going to be very, very interactive. Okay, great. So if you run a business here, have you tried any kind of digital marketing before? If the answer is yes, what did you try and how did it go? Any takers? Anyone would like to raise their hand? Who would like to share their experience? Sunday would like to share the experience. Only every Sunday. Okay, Sunday, please unmute yourself and please share your experience with us.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Hi, good evening.
So, one of the experience I had was when I create a Facebook page. I create an ad on the Facebook. Also link it with my WhatsApp. And though people they reach me through my WhatsApp page, through my Facebook ad page, and they ask, "Oh, what are you into?" This and that, and I just a couple of days people try to do so, but at the end of the day, they didn't show the positive sign which I expected, which is supposed to be. They didn't actually come back again, but it's like that so many times. Then it's along the line I get kind of fed up with it. That what's the game, because Facebook do charge on the credit card, which I add with it on a weekly basis. At times, they do charge on a daily basis. Hello?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm listening.
So those are some of the things so some of the experience I had with it, but only the Facebook I've tried before. I haven't tried other other methods to be precise.
Okay. Thank you very much, Sunday. That was really good.
Okay.
What I'll do is I want more people to give me their experiences and I'll comment together as a group.
Okay.
Who else would like to share their experience with digital marketing? Anybody else? Okay, I saw another hand up. Paul Adebayo.
All right. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Good evening. I hope everyone can hear me.
Yes, we can, loud and clear.
All right then. Well, I deal with broadband internet, and there was a particular time I run an ad on Facebook precisely, and it was like strategized or specifically for a particular location. So I never needed any other part of maybe the state to be included in it. But what I noticed was although I got leads and there were quite a number of conversions from those leads I did then, but the only issue I had was I was still having more people from the locations I didn't select. Like, for instance, maybe I said, okay, I only wanted people around Lagos alone, but at long run, I still saw contacts from Nasarawa, Kefi, the northern parts of the country and some other parts aside from Lagos. So that was the only challenge I've faced so far with the issue of running an ad using Facebook precisely. Thank you.
Okay. All right, makes sense. Okay, so let me. Okay, is there anybody else I'd like to share an experience? Salome, Basi, Salome, please share experience with us. Hi, Salome.
Hello, am I on? Yeah.
Yes.
Am I on?
Yes, you are.
Hello. Okay.
Yes, you are, Salome. We can hear you loud.
My name is Salome, and okay,
Please,
I'm
is
a
it possible you
realtor.
unmute your video while talking, please? Thank you.
Okay.
No, not everybody is prepared to show their faces. Don't Salome, go on. Hello, Salome.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you now. Go on. Share experience, please.
All right. My experience has been a really ugly one, actually. The first Facebook ad I attempted running, I never got, like, the audiences I was targeting wasn't the audiences I got, I just got persons that were not even related to the kind of persons I would love to see my ad. And the feedback, the response wasn't anything related to my post, and I didn't get any lead at all. So the second attempt I did was on IG. I tried making another ad, and I didn't reach any audience I liked. So I just dropped it off, so that's it for me.
Okay. Interesting. So we're going to address all these things between today and tomorrow. I'm just listening to take all your feedback so that I can tailor things precisely. But Salome, your experience is not uncommon. Many.
Oh, wow. That should be network, I guess.
Yeah, that's from the network.
Okay, yeah, that should be network. That should be network. Please hang on, guys. You'll be here soon. So basically, Mr. Debo Ajayi is really here in this summit to be able to realign you to be able to make more money, grow your business with digital marketing. He's here not just for today. Tomorrow also you'll be here tomorrow. You'll be actually taking the whole session tomorrow, And please, you need to hang on, guys. Immediately after a session today, we were having Mr. Boluwatife Davy, all right, speaking to us on the high flying mindset. It's really very important that as you actually work on your skill and work on it, you should also work on your mind also to be able to do a lot of things and to be able to grow significantly. Okay. Oh wow. A lot of okay. Um, I don't know. I guess the network locked out Mr. Debo Ajayi. I'm sure you'll be right back soon. All right. So Salome, yeah, back to you, Salome. You talked about your experience. All right. So afterwards, when you noticed that, what was your next step? What was the next thing you did afterwards? Afterwards, do you mind sharing?
Am I on?
Yes,
Hello?
Salome. Can you
Okay.
hear me?
Actually, when I attempted and all attempts were just failing, so I just dropped it off and I stopped trying to. I just do normal posting. So I just feel like, okay, when I'm ready, probably I'll go register for a course and learn how to do it. Though I tried getting some friends to help out, but I wasn't really getting any tangible. So I was
Okay.
just like, okay, I paused it for now to probably go back to it when I'm ready to take up a course on it.
Okay. Okay. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm sure Mr. Debo is in now.
Yes, I'm back.
All right.
So
Welcome, sir.
sorry. It has been
Thank you, Salome.
interesting.
All right.
Okay. Okay. So Salome, I mean, I heard the first part of what you said about your experience. I also heard a few other people's experience. So I'm going to start my class now. I'm going to just go in a 10 minutes blitz and then I'll stop for today. But tomorrow is 7, right, Tosi? Yeah, tomorrow
Yes,
is
sir.
7.
Yes, sir. 7 o'clock, sir. Yes, sir.
We've got tomorrow would start and then in 1 hour I'm going to walk most of you through the biggest challenges you've ever had. And for those of you that have never run an ad before, I will teach you a few simple tricks that can help you use digital for your business. Now, the first thing I want to say to everybody is that digital is not the same thing as Facebook or as social media. Digital marketing is a lot bigger than Facebook and a lot bigger than social media. Social media is at best a third, at best a third of digital marketing. So in digital marketing, we have lots of channels, including social. And under social, you have Facebook, you have Instagram, you have Twitter, you have LinkedIn, you have YouTube, you have TikTok, you have Snapchat. And honestly, a couple of hundred more social media platforms that are not very, very common or conversant in Nigeria. There are things like Pinterest, and there are so many, right? There's Weibo, there are quite a number of them. So social is one area of digital. The other is web, right? So you have web. Under the web, you have websites, landing pages, and all of that. You have search, which is search engines. And under search, you have Google. YouTube actually falls both in social and search, which is interesting. You have Bing, you have Ask Finder, and there are quite a number of them. So social is not the only area where your business can leverage digital marketing. And that's the first thing to know. The other thing I must say, and I mean, this is very instructive, is that the most important thing when using digital to grow a business is not digital marketing, but your understanding of one, your audience, two, your product, and three, your strategy. If you understand your product, your audience, and your strategy, and you're able to fit them properly within a framework, it is easy to get results on digital. So what I tell people is that 95% of the results that we get on digital lies in strategy. Digital is just an execution part that honestly almost anybody can do. So it's not that the ads get set up. That's fine. It is how the ads get set up. It is the thinking behind the ads being set up. It is the mindset that goes behind it that delivers results. And one of the challenges we face, for example, is targeting. So you're targeting people in Lagos, like most of us do. But Facebook is going to sell to people in Nasarawa and Mina and all of that. But there's a reason why Facebook does that. So number one, when you target people in Lagos, quote and unquote, Facebook targets people that register their account and give a Lagos address. And you and I know that's 90% of everybody in Nigeria, as much as they can, they'll use a Lagos address, right? So when they do that, Facebook will target them when you target people in an area, right? But I don't know if you've ever noticed, excuse me, that when you're targeting, you have options of people living in an area, people traveling through an area, people currently in an area. Right, there's a fourth one I can't remember right now. So small tweaks like that would often improve the accuracy of your targeting. So that's one. Number two, a lot of us set up ads on a very, very generic level. And to be honest, that's like the minimum level of setting up ads. When it comes to using social to generate an audience, one of the biggest tools that the social media engines have all created for us is the ability to target a lookalike audience. Meaning, social media is happy for you to say, this is my audience, this kind of person I'm targeting, this is person A, this is person B, this is person C. And then you can then ask the social media engine, be it Instagram, Facebook, even Google, you can say to them that, you know what, this is the person I want to target, person A. Can you help me target people that have a similar profile to person A, people that work in a similar organization, have similar habits, have similar statuses, post on a similar schedule or not? So there's a lot of things that Facebook can replicate in another profile because it has something to work with. So just targeting randomly or generally is what a lot of us do, and it's a big problem. And there are many, many tools that I'm just zeroing on Facebook, for example, that Facebook, for example, has things like audience insights, audience within the business manager that you can use to ensure or to guarantee that you get a great result. So I'm going to stop here today, and I'm sorry I'm cutting it short. I've really not done anything, but I'm happy I'm with you tomorrow, which is great because I will then take my time to distill and break this thing down. I will make sure that internet issues are resolved. So guys, come 6 p.m. tomorrow, sorry, 7 p.m. tomorrow. I'll take you on one long full hour, and I'll answer most of your questions. And after that, a lot of us will have the confidence, skill set to use to take our business forward. We're sorry for the internet issue. Just session one on day one. So keep your fingers crossed. There's a lot more coming from Bolu tonight, and a lot of the other amazing speakers that you have lined. But what I can say is over the course of the next 3 days, 3 to 4 days, the things you will learn will move your business forward. I can say that for a fact, guarantee. Thank you very much. Okay. Do we have any questions? Do you have any questions? I'm here for you. Any questions? I don't want to go into Bolu Atife David's time. He's a good friend and an egbon. So I want to make sure that we'll keep to time. I'm very particular about timing. So as I am too, but I'm happy that we had network issues in my time. I'm not happy, but it's good. So we just flew to Bolu Atife, an amazing guy. And then from there, we can move quickly. Please, would there be a replay? The network here is really bad. So is there going to be a replay for people whose network has issues?
Okay, so this summit is actually streamed directly to YouTube. All right. So if you are not on the WhatsApp platform for this summit, then you need to drop me a message on the chat. All right. So I can send you the link. You enter there. I'll send you the link to the YouTube where you can go back and check what has been done.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Great, that works.
So if you have any questions for Mr. Debo Ajayi before he logs out, please kindly do so. Or you note it when he comes in tomorrow, he will trash that out.
All the questions, yes, guaranteed. All right, guys, thank you very much. It's a minute or so.
Thank you so much, Mr. Debo.
Thank you. Sorry for the issues and network issues. Tomorrow will be better. I'll better prepared for it tomorrow, I'm sure.
Oh. Yes.
Yes, guys.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. All right. So as Mr. Debo logs out, please can you just say in the comment section, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Please, let's say a thank you to him in the chat section. Quickly, 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 quickly. All right, all right, all right. Let's say thank you to him in the chat section as he logs off. All right, beautiful, 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 beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, so without wasting much time, see, I know I'm actually using my energy now to actually um talk about this next session. All right. So yes, this next section will actually be taken by Mr. Boluwatife David. Mr. Boluwatife David is not just a speaker to me. All right, he's my mentor. He is my leader. Is is an uncle to me, and really I hold him very, very tight. I hold him very, very seriously, and one of the reasons why I bringing him on board to really talk to us about some things is to the fact that, hey, he has coached and spoken a lot and helped a lot of people become high flyers. Yes, you need the skill, but aside that, you need what they call the mindset to be able to do well, to be able to be productive. All right, and they call him Mr. Focus because he preaches the good gospel of focus. All right, without much time, I will bring it on board my Oga, my mentor, my my Mr. Focus. All right, welcome. Is Mr. Focus, are you in already? Are you here? I guess I saw you earlier. Mr. Boluwatife David.
Yes, I am.
Wow. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. All right, please. So if you're here and you can hear Mr. Boluwatife David, please signify and also welcome in the chat section. Please, within the space of 30 seconds, let's welcome Mr. Boluwatife David to the summit. Yes, please. I can. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Olayinka. Yes, Olayinka, something. Thank you, Oluwafemi. Thank you, Abosede. Thank you. Thank you. I can see the welcome. Technospark 2. Do I don't know you? Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's have the welcome coming in. Yes, yes, yes. At the end of it, you will know why I'm actually putting out this whole energy, in talking about him. Thank you so much for coming and honoring us, sir.
1 minute.
So,
hello,
sir,
good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Please just give me like 1 minute and I'll be back. 1 minute and I'll be back.
Okay. All right. Okay. It's Kenny. Thank you so much. I can see you're welcome. Dami up. I can see you're welcome. Jeeps, if I'm right. Seen me. I can see you're welcome. Comrade, I can see you're welcome. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, Mr. Boluwatife David, we are here for you, sir. Welcome, 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 sir.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Thank you so much, Emmanuel, for having me. It's an amazing work you're doing, and I think you deserve a round of applause for putting all of this together. The truth of the matter is that it's not a very easy thing coming up with initiatives like this and having this level of results in it. And I must commend your hard work. I must commend how far you've come. I must commend your growth. I must commend your doggedness and your consistency, and that really, really is the most important thing when it comes to business. I think I can see about 37 people in here this evening. I can see Salome Basi. I can see Henry Kemakolo. I hope I did not. Let me just stay with Henry, right? I can see Dami up. I can see Oluyeme. I can see Olayinka. I can see Vivian. I can see Samuel, Eniola, Oluwafemi, Olubami B, Technospark 2, Paul Adebayo, Greg Chibuzo. I can see Essay here. I can see Rita. I can see Adedidu Wura. I can see Oluwatosin. I can see Banjoko. I can see James, a lot of people here. Please just go into the comment section, and just tell me, what you do and what you are hoping to get from this session this evening. Just go to the comment section and drop your message there right now. I want to see you guys talking, to me. Let me know what you do and what you hope to get from this session. Right. I'll be talking to us about the mindset of high flyers. While I'm waiting to hear from you guys, please, I'm in the comment section waiting to hear from you guys, right? So go there. Give me the energy, give me all that you've got. What do you do and what are you hoping to get? Okay, I can see somebody say that Oluyemi says, is it logistics? Fantastic. That's great. Okay, guys, please let's keep it coming. Let's keep it coming so I can see all that we do, because that is significantly going to help me in tailoring some of the things I'm going to be sharing here today. Right? Okay, Olayinka says, I'm into food processing. Currently, we are producing packaged popcorn. Amazing stuff. I think I should give you guys a round of applause for that. Any other person talking to me? Eniola, let me read from you. Hi, Mr. Bolu from Comrade Ayobami. I am Comrade Ayobami, a visual storyteller, humanitarian, volunteer, content creator, and musical road manager. That sounds interesting. Musical road manager. Maybe you're going to tell us in a bit what musical road manager means. Oluwafemi says he's a graphics designer hoping to improve on getting and keeping clients. Amazing. Interestingly, I have a signature course around how to get and keep clients. I call that course Securing the Bag. But of course, that's not where I'm here for today. But hey, maybe I'll just be throwing one or two things in there as we proceed. All right, James, I've not heard from you. Cindy, I've not heard from you. Chris, Charles, Deronke, Bola Joko, I've not heard from you guys. Please, let's talk. Henry says, I'm a graphics and web designer. Great stuff. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming into this program today. And okay, it's Kenny. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Says he's a photographer. Nkechi says, I'm a social media marketer and a volunteer. Okay, Salome Basi says, I'm a real estate salesperson. Jeep says, crochet braid creator, stylist, and digital marketer. I'm a caterer. Fantastic. Oh, wow. Caterer and event planner. Awesome stuff. Great. So like I mentioned to us earlier, I am going to be talking to us about the mindset of high flyers. And I think the reason why Tosin decided to bring that topic into this whole mix, even though what we're talking about is how to build thriving digital businesses, right, is the importance of the fact that there isn't so much anybody can do in this life when the mindset is not correct, right? Let me say that again. There isn't so much anybody can do in this life when their mindset is not in alignment with what they're trying to create. I'm sure you guys would know of a number of people, if not even yourself, that you have been desiring to create certain kinds of results over an extended period, but for one reason or the other, you have not been able to create it. One of the things I've even found is that a lot of people, in their journey to building thriving businesses, in their journey to creating the lives of their dream, in their journey to birthing that thing that they have always wanted, they even begin to sabotage themselves in a situation where they are the ones, so to speak, getting in the way of what they really desire to have in this life, right? And the reason for this, I'm going to be touching on in a bit. So you guys just grab your notepads, sit down. And if you want to be like me, you can get your glass, okay? And well, maybe you don't want to get what I want to get next, but hey, you can get your glass and maybe your bottle of red label, right? Yeah. TechnoSpark 2, there is a bit of interference coming from your end. If you don't mind, could you please mute your also say, I don't know if you can mute TechnoSpark 2 from your end. Hello, Tosi, are you there? Hello, Tosin, are you there? TechnoSpark 2, can you hear me? Can anybody hear me, please? If you can hear me, please drop a comment for me in the comment box so I can be sure that we all can hear me. Oh, great. Thank you so much, Eniola, for that. Yes, so, okay, great. I can see all the people saying, I can hear you, sir. Great stuff. Now, let me come back to, what I was saying before. So I said, yes, we're about to have a time of our lives in this session today. But before we go into that session, I said I wanted to grab my own cup. If you can see my cup very well, you see scribbled on it is Johnny Walker, right? And here with me is my bottle of Red Label. Or maybe it's also red, who knows? Right, and I'm sure somebody is wondering, how come this guy wants to be taking Red Label on a webinar? Right, anybody cares to join me, by the way? If you are interested in joining me, please, can you just turn on your camera and let me know that you're interested in joining me? Comrade Ayobami is already giving me the smiles in the comment section, the Red Label. Yes, so if you're interested in joining me, can you please turn on your camera and tell me that you are interested in joining me? And let's do this together quickly. Quickly, I'm looking for someone that will volunteer. Actually, Comrade Ayobami, would you mind turning on your camera? Correct, it says I'm coming with my cup. Oh, correct. Okay, great. So, Comrade Ayobami, do you mind turning on your camera, please? Do you mind turning on your camera? Let's have a conversation. I'm looking for Comrade Ayobami now. Oh, your camera is bad. Oh, okay. Anybody interested in joining this? I want to actually do a particular analogy. So if you are here and you like to join me now, please turn on your camera and let's have a conversation. Oh, great. I can see Shegun Matomi turning on his camera. I love your beards, by the way, Shegun. That's really amazing. Wow. Can you turn on your audio, please, Shegun? Your audio is still on mute. Emmanuel, can you unmute him, please?
Okay.
Hey, Shegun, what's popping, man?
Yeah, nothing serious, man. Just go back from work.
I love your beards. I love your beards. All right, so tell me, is Red Label your regular? Hello, Shegun.
Hello, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I said, is Red Label your regular? Hello, Shegun. Yes, I can hear you. I guess your internet is not stable. Hello, Shegun, can you hear me? We might need to take someone else because I think your internet is unstable. I really want this conversation to be, to be really interactive. So if you are there and you want to join this conversation and you want us to have a chat, please do turn on your video.
I think Charles and Salome are raising up their hands.
Okay, Charles and Salome, please, by all means, turn on your video and let's have a conversation. In fact, the two of you can go ahead and turn on your videos. Charles, Salome, please.
So who is turning on their cameras?
Charles, Salome. Oh, great! Okay. I can see Jeeves.
Jeeves.
Right. Hi, Jeeves.
Hello.
How are you doing now?
Fine.
Okay, great. So is Red Label your regular?
Nope.
Do you take alcohol?
Yes.
Is that what?
Yes, I do.
Okay, you do. Great. So, when you saw me bring this bottle and this glass, what came to your mind? What was the first thing that crossed your mind?
Nothing really, because I have been in your class before.
Oh, you've been in my class before?
Yes, BBC.
Oh, wow, interesting. Where?
BBC.
BBC. Oh, okay. Great. All right. So one of the things I'm trying to say here, so let me just go straight into it and tell you I'm trying to give this idea. Now, for people that would probably not, we can actually mute Deep's audio. I think there is some part. Great. So for those of us that are here and you do not take alcohol, what you would find out is that the moment I brought this here and I brought my cup, right, there would be some form of discomfort in your mind. And 1,000,001 questions will come to your mind. For one, oh, so this guy takes alcohol. Oh, number two, why would he be bringing alcohol to a live class? But let's backroll a bit. Now, I know that a lot of us, we desire different things in life. As a matter of fact, we all want to build amazing businesses. The same way that maybe what you want, right, is a Coca-Cola bottle. So imagine with me that what you want is Coca-Cola. All that you're looking for to get to have, Gero guesses, I thought perhaps you are a brand ambassador or trying to illustrate something. Amazing. Right, I'm actually trying to illustrate something, by the way, so let's just get into it. So now let's assume that all that you've always wanted in this life is Coca-Cola, right? But here am I'm telling you that the Coca-Cola that you want is this bottle that I'm giving to you. I am sure that a lot of people that by nature, by learning, by religious bias, by whatever it is that you have become, you do not take alcohol. If I offer you this bottle of Red Label, like, hey, you say you need a drink, right? And you say yes, and I say, oh, take. What would you probably do? Somebody tell me in the comment section. You don't take alcohol, you believe it's wrong, you believe that, everything about alcohol is just wrong. And whenever you see anybody taking alcohol, it's always a red flag for you. And you see me offering you this bottle of Red Label, what will you do? Anybody please tell me. What will you do? Anybody please tell me. Anybody please. Okay, somebody says, I'll say no, thank you. Says Joa says, I will reject it. Okay, anybody else? Charles says, I will decline. Now, Salome Bassi says, I will turn it down. Deronke said that will be, oh, thank you. Major says, I will decline. So the truth of the matter is that everybody here is saying that they would decline. But guess what? Why are you going to decline? It's not because you have tasted what is in this bottle, but by your experience, by your exposure, by the things you have learned, by the things you have come to believe. This bottle is a bottle of alcohol, and anything that would be in this bottle will be alcohol. So by virtue of that learning, by virtue of that scripting, by virtue of that experience, by virtue of that exposure, by virtue of all that you have learned and you have become, you would reject this based on prior experience without even trying to experiment, without even trying to ask questions, without even trying to say, could there be a possibility that it is just a bottle of Red Label, but it contains something totally different? Because trust me, all that I have in this bottle is Pepsi, right? If you know Red Label, you definitely know that it won't foam like this.
Not as much.
So what we're trying to say is that, so please, now I can ask you to come and join me in my Pepsi day. Now, what am I trying to say in essence? A lot of people are missing out on opportunities to grow their businesses. A lot of people are missing out on opportunities to become what they have always desired. In fact, a lot of people are missing the opportunities they've been going to church to pray for every time, simply because at the time when the opportunity came, it was not presented in the bottle that they are used to. It was presented in a bottle they blacklisted. Now, a lot of us, we have blacklisted certain, certain opportunities. We have blacklisted certain things in our lives. And when they show it to us, we would say, God forbid. We would decline it, we would turn it down. In fact, in some cases, we are not going to turn it down in a polite way. We are going to turn it down with all of our energy. We are going to turn it down with everything that we've got, simply because as at the time that opportunity was presented to us, it was presented in a package that is not consistent with what we are used to. It was presented in a package that has already been blacklisted by virtue of our experiences, by virtue of our exposure, by virtue of learning, by virtue of collaboration and the things that we have heard other people say. Now, there are a lot of people then that have not been able to move into the fullness of the potential of themselves as individuals. They've not been able to move into the fullness of their potentials as businesses, simply because they have a particular scripting, a particular programming that says no to Red Label, but says yes to Pepsi. Now, because they have formed that belief of saying that, everything that is presented in a Red Label bottle will definitely be alcohol, they begin to miss out on, opportunities that are coming to them in a way that is not used to what they are looking for. So the mindset, or better still, when we are talking about having the mindset of an high flyer, what we are trying to say is that we need to expand what I call our boundaries of reality. Can somebody type that in the comment section for me? That we need to expand our boundaries of reality. And what does our boundary of reality look like? Our boundary of reality is simply a description of those things that we believe to be true, those things that we believe to be acceptable, those things that we believe to be okay for us to do, those opportunities that we believe to be good, and the ones that we believe not to be good. Now, imagine I said to you, Gibbs, for example, imagine I said to Gibbs that you're going to make, you're going to make 100 million naira this year, but the way to make that 100 million would be for you to go and let me think of something. It's for you to start the Otumba Gaddafi kind of business where you'll be evacuating, waste from sockways and septic tanks and all of that. Most likely, Gibbs will probably say, God forbid, God forbid, God forbid. So let's say I did not even put the money forward first, but I said to you, you know what, Gibbs, what about you try out, a business in evacuation of waste and septic tanks? Most likely Gibbs will say, God forbid that I'll start that kind of a business. Start that kind of a dirty business. Now, the reason why Gibbs will say that is because in her boundary of reality, that does not fit into it. In what she has accepted as a possibility for herself as a person, that is totally outside of it. Therefore, a lot of people cannot build the kind of businesses that they desire to build, simply because their boundaries of realities has not given them permission to pursue it. Now, and the question I really want to begin to ask us right now is that if you look at your life, in what area are you struggling in your businesses? In what area have you not been able to make the giant strides that you have always imagined or thought about? In what areas of your life, in what areas of your businesses have you not been able to launch out the way that you desire to launch out? Chances are, by the time you identify those areas, the reason why you've not been able to launch out is because it falls within, it falls outside of your boundaries of reality. The same way you will not take my Pepsi because it is in the bottle of Red Label. That's the same way you will not pursue those opportunities because they are outside of your boundaries of reality. Take, for instance, Olayinka Samson is saying that maybe one of the areas he's struggling is marketing. The reason why he would struggle in marketing, even though he desires to make huge sales and make a lot of money, is because marketing exists outside of his boundaries of reality. So please, I want you guys to go to the comment section and I want you to begin to drop the different areas that you've been struggling in your businesses, the different areas that even though you have a lofty idea, even though you have this beautiful imagination of what your business should be like, but you've not been able to move your business or create that because you are struggling in those areas. I want us to begin to ask ourselves, in what area am I struggling in my business? In what area have I not been able to produce the results that is commensurate to the picture that I have in my head? Because by the time we begin to look at it, you begin to see that the reason why you've not been able to excel in those areas is because they exist outside of your boundaries of reality. Comrade Abayomi says capital and opportunity, capital and opportunity, capital and opportunity. The reason why a lot of people have not been able to get the kind of money they need for their businesses is because, they have a certain way they believe that the money is meant to be made. So even though life can be presenting them with that opportunity to make the money in a particular way, they will not even see it because that way is inconsistent with, the kind of way they've believed that they can make money in their business. The way to build thriving businesses is to first of all expand your boundaries of reality. My question to you today is, what is your boundary of reality? Relative to business development, what is your boundary of reality? Your boundary of reality is simply a representation of your beliefs. So when you think about your business, what are the beliefs that jumps up in your mind? I can see Samuel already asking, how do we expand our boundaries of reality? I'm going to get there in a bit, right? But before we even begin to talk about expanding the boundary, we need to first of all see in what sphere are we limited in our boundaries. Right? Somebody says, you know what, I'm not a great communicator. That is to let you know that that is your boundary of realities. In every area that you place a limit on how much you can exert yourself, how much you can expand, how much you can grow, that is an indication to what your boundaries of realities are. Major says that marketing, prospecting, creating leads, and converting leads into target earning. All of this exists outside of your boundaries of reality. Because if I were to do Major, let's do something together. Major, can you turn on your audio, please? Major, can you hear me? Okay, great. Good evening. How are you doing, man?
I'm with you, sir. I can hear you, sir.
How are you doing?
I'm good, sir. And
okay,
you, how
so
you
tell
doing?
me, why do you
sir.
struggle? Why do you struggle with prospecting and marketing?
Because like you said, it's outside the boundaries of my reality. It's not something that I've done before, but I have to just
when you think about marketing and prospecting, what comes to your mind?
What comes to my mind?
Yes. If I tell you
like,
now, say tomorrow, if I tell you, Major, say tomorrow we are going to do prospecting, what will start ringing in your mind from tonight?
I've been serious, and then that intense
anxiety. Great. The reason why all of that will be there is, see, now let's take a journey further, right? Major, you would have anxiety, right?
Yeah.
Why would you have anxiety?
Because it's not my forte.
It's not your forte.
Yeah.
So you believe that marketing is not your forte.
Yeah, but I just got into it, so I'm trying to force myself to grow or to learn and
But
build
you are a
in
business
that
person.
aspect. Yeah.
But business is your forte.
Well, yes. Everybody, everybody that goes into business.
Can you see the way this thing is? Business is your forte, but the driver of the business is not your forte. Now, why do you think that marketing is not your forte? Who told you that? Hello, Major, are you still there? Hello, Major.
I'm here.
Are you there?
I'm there.
Okay, great. Who told you that marketing and sales is not your forte?
Well, nobody told me. I was just
So how did you come to conclude that sales and marketing is not your forte?
Well, I just guess it's the way the mind or the brain just like this thing. Don't just stress yourself about it. It's not something that you will be able to easily go about.
Major, are you married?
No.
Okay, do you have a girlfriend?
Oh yeah.
You have a girlfriend. Oh, did
yeah,
you post
I think I know where you're going.
Oh, you know where I'm going already. So
That's marketing already.
you closed that sales, Abby. You closed that deal.
I know that's where you're going. That's marketing already.
That's how many girlfriends have you had in this life?
Probably let's say 7 so far.
7, and you closed all of the deals. I mean, you saw the product, you went to the product, you sold yourself, and you closed the deal. I mean, 7.
Yes, I did.
And yet you are still telling yourself that marketing is not your forte.
I get your point. It all boils down to pushing yourself out of those boundaries and
exactly. So the point is,
erasing the thought of impossibilities. I get that. I get you. That's what you're saying.
Can everybody see? How majority of us, we have been lying to ourselves, right? And we have believed the lie so much, right, that it has become the thing that is holding us down. And yet, in our head, we say that we want to build a thriving business, right? Yet you say we want to build a thriving business, whereas we are the ones that are actually sabotaging ourselves based on our boundary of reality. I'm trying to see if we should have one more example so that this thing can really make sense to all of us. But see, as I'm asking these questions from whoever I'm going to call, whoever I'm going to call next, I want you to also be following me with your own example and be asking yourself the same question. The same way I asked Major, who told you, or how did you come to believe that you are not, marketing is not your forte, right? Who told you that, or how did you come to believe? So let me look. Salome Basi. Salome, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, great. I like your voice.
Hello.
By the way. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, great. So tell me, in what area of your business are you struggling?
I'm really struggling with lead generation. Marketing still goes back to marketing.
You're also struggling with marketing.
Yes, I am.
Why do you think you're struggling with marketing?
Yeah, because I'm not generating I'm not generating leads that would eventually end in
why do you
business.
think you're not generating leads?
Because I'm not doing enough marketing, I think.
You're not doing enough marketing.
And
why are you
in
not
terms
doing
of that,
enough
I'm
marketing?
looking at the paid advertising.
You're looking at what?
Because I'm trying to figure it out. By the marketing in this case, I'm looking at the paid advertising, but
paid advertising. So why are you
I
not
don't
doing
know
the
how
paid
to figure it out.
advertising?
I've attempted.
Okay.
I've tried doing it and it keeps failing. Yeah, I don't get any results.
Oh, how much of money have you spent on attempting?
Not
Just
so
work with me.
much.
Give me a figure. Like 50K?
The other type. Okay, the other one on other one on IG.
Mm-hmm.
The following day, first the persons I was just getting likes and all.
Like how much have you spent on your experimentation so far? How much?
Let's say cumulatively, it's not much. So be 20,000 or
Don't
so
worry, just
cumulatively.
20,000.
Yes.
Hello. Okay, so you spend like 20K cumulatively.
Yes.
In trying to.
Yes.
Yeah. First question: why haven't you spent more than 20,000?
Because I wasn't getting any result at all.
Okay.
And I couldn't even on my IG.
To learn before?
I wasn't charged.
Have you paid to learn before? Have you paid someone to teach you how to do?
I haven't. I was just watching YouTube videos and reading up stuff online.
So why haven't you paid somebody to teach you?
Yeah, I'm planning towards it.
I said, why haven't you? Why haven't you before now?
I'm planning towards it.
I know you're planning towards it. Why have you not done it? Work with me. Just work with me and be free. Okay. Don't worry. We are getting somewhere with this. Okay. So if you work with me, what we are trying to do will make sense.
I don't have the money yet.
You don't have the money yet.
Yes, because I don't have
but you wasted 20,000.
Yes. There was the person I was looking up to get the training. So I was just looking up some persons and I saw an ad on IG and I read through the person's bio and I saw that he has done a lot of work for other persons and I saw the testimonials. I was willing to learn from him, but the fees was about 200,000. So I was like, okay, when I'm ready, I'll now come back.
Like when you are ready, Abby. Okay. Sorry, hold on, please. Emmanuel Oluwatosin. Emmanuel.
Yes, sir.
How much is your digital marketing class bootcamp?
Okay, yeah. The next one
so
is 10,000 naira.
How much do you normally charge? 10,000 naira.
50,000 naira, sir. 50,000 naira, but for privileges, it comes down to 20,000 naira, 10,000 naira, depending on the privileges that you have.
20 or 10,000 naira, depending on privileges. Okay. Salome.
Yes, sir.
Have you heard about Tosin before this webinar?
Have I heard what?
Have you heard about Tosin before this webinar?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so this webinar was your first time encountering him rather.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And it's my first class for digital marketing.
And this is your first class in digital marketing. Okay, great stuff. Now this is where I'm going, Salome. The case is not that you do not have money to pay to learn digital marketing, right? Because there are a lot of 10,000 naira classes out there, and great people, by the way. I know people that have membership programs, right? That is just about 10,000 or 15,000 naira per month, and you would have learned great stuff. So the issue is not that you do not have money. The issue is that you think you don't have money to pay for that class. So instead of going to pay, you rather use that same money for trial and error. That is where your boundary of reality sits. Right? So maybe your boundary of reality says that anybody that is charging 10,000, 20,000, they don't know it. It's only the people that are charging 200,000 that know it. So you would automatically delete everybody that is offering something lesser, because within your boundary of reality, there's no way they will know it. Are you getting what I'm saying? Now, that same boundary of reality, I'm not wrong, right? That same boundary of reality then put the kind of class you want to go for outside of your money band. So you don't have the 200K to pay. So your business will rather continue suffering. You will rather continue doing trial and error with 5K today, 10K today, 5K tomorrow, 10K tomorrow, than gather that sum and pay somebody that would rather teach you. Now, this is the exact same way that our boundaries of realities work, and they work in different ways. For Basi, it was a case that he believes that is not, sales and marketing is not his forte. For Salome Basi, she believes that, anybody selling this training at so price is a fake, is a fraud. It's only the people that pay so and so money that, that are good. But unfortunately, those kind of people also not even exist outside of our boundary of reality relative to the kind of money that you can put up. Now, if we all sit down today and you begin to ask yourself the question of why have I not been able to move my business forward? Why have I not been able to scale it the way I desire to scale it? You would find out that it is because of your boundary of reality, which is simply a statement of your beliefs as to what is true and what is not true, what is doable and what is not doable, what you can pursue and what you cannot pursue. So a lot of us here, we have been praying to God for certain kind of solutions, and God has answered your prayers for the past 5 years, for the past 4 years, 2 years, 3 years, 1 year, 6 months. But the reason why you've not been able to come into the fullness of that answer is because the way that answer is coming to you exists outside of your boundary of reality. And until you begin to expand it, there is no way, right, that you'll be able to build thriving businesses. You can come from this class and then Emmanuel will bring great facilitators that will teach us amazing stuff between today and next tomorrow. But guess what? Some of us will still not be able to translate it into results because of our boundaries of reality. And until that boundary is expanded to accept that, I'm praying for Coke, but it can come to me in a bottle of Red Label. So when I get a Red Label bottle, before I say no to it, I will first of all open it and sniff it to say, is it really alcohol that is inside this thing, or they package something else in it? I would then say, okay, what if I taste it? What if I taste it and let me find out? And that is the way we begin to expound our boundaries of reality. But to begin to bring this to a close, and to answer the question the person is already asking, so how do we expand this boundary? How do we expand this boundary? I'm going to be giving us, a simple framework, a simple thing that you can do to expand your boundaries of reality, right? The first thing is self-awareness. The first thing is self-awareness. But see, before we begin to talk about self-awareness, we need to first of all clarify what exactly am I trying to achieve? What kind of business am I trying to build? What kind of business, what kind of results do I want? Now, the moment I know that, what I want is A, B, C, D, right? The first question is a question of clarity. Clarity as to what you want. What kind of business do you want to create? The second question is a question of self-awareness. The moment you know what you want, you then begin to ask yourself, what are the things that are limiting me from creating this? And see, you notice that for Salome and Basi, they complained about the same thing, marketing. But you will notice that what is stopping them from marketing are two different things. So it is possible that we will be having the same problem, but the internal framework that is creating that problem will be totally different. Are you following me? It is possible that we would have the same problem. My problem is sales and marketing. Your problem is sales and marketing. My problem is closing a client. Your problem is closing a client. But the reason why we are having that problem will be totally different. For Basi, in this case, it was because he believes that marketing is not his forte. For Salome, on the other hand, she believes that, you know what, if I'm going to learn this thing, I'm going to have to pay plenty money. So it is better for me to start experimenting with my little money than look for somebody that can teach me within the confines of that same little money that I have. Self-awareness. Self-awareness is you looking at every area where you are struggling and you begin to ask yourself, what are my beliefs relative to this area that I'm struggling? Right. So the first assignment that I'm actually going to be giving us is that you are going to create a table after this session. You're going to create a table, and the first thing that's going to be on that table would be a list of the different areas where you are struggling in your business. Now, notice that we're talking about business because the theme of this program is building thriving businesses. So the more things you can come up with, the more areas of struggle you can come up with, the richer your experience with this activity or the assignment I'm giving you. The second thing you are going to put on that table is, what is my belief system relative to this area that I am struggling? Let me give you a very good example. So I started at the beginning of the year, I started working on a particular product that I want to launch, and by my calculation and all of that, I expected that by now I would have launched that product. But guess what happened? First week into the preparation and all of that, I've done all that I wanted to do for that product. I've done my own part. I've sent it to the person that would design it and do the layout and all of those things for me. The person sent it for review to me, right? And when that stuff landed on my table for me to review, out of nowhere, I just noticed that I started slowing down. I started slowing down. My team members, my staff will ask me, Mr. Focus, why are you not doing this thing that you have always said you wanted to do? By now, we should have launched this product. You know what? I started giving them one reason upon one reason upon one reason upon one reason why I have not done it. Then on this particular day, one of them looked at me and said, Mr. Focus, you are lying to us. The reasons you are giving us are not the reasons why you have not worked on this thing. And I'm like, what do you mean I'm lying to you? And she said to me that if truly you want to do this thing, by now you would have done it, because you are not the kind of person that procrastinates. See, the moment she said that thing, it hits me, bams. And then I went back and said, okay, I'm struggling to finish this product. The question is, why am I struggling? Guess what? In that moment, it hit me that the person, the designer of that product actually already told me that by the time they finish designing and all of that, the unit price of each of the products is going to be coming out like 3,000 naira. Now, if I want to sell it and make the kind of profit that I want to make, I'll be selling each unit of that product for about 7,000 to 8,000 naira, right? And in my mind, I asked myself the question, if I commit almost 1 million naira to this project, what is the guarantee that I have that I am going to sell this product within record time, recover my capital, and then make profit on it? The moment I couldn't give myself the answer of my guarantee, automatically my drive, my commitment to that project dwindled down, and it almost came to an halt. The reason why you've not been able to press down on the accelerator, the reason why you have not been able to gas down on that idea that you have is because internally there is a struggle that is not allowing your body to move in the direction of the things that you truly want. Now, the moment I got it and oh, wow, the reason why I'm not pursuing this project is because in one corner of my mind, I don't believe that I'll be able to sell it in record time. I say today, I've conquered this thing. So, like I said, first thing, the areas of your business that you're struggling. Second thing is the reason why you think you are struggling, which will speak to your beliefs relative to those areas you're struggling. For example, Basi says, I'm struggling in sales and marketing. The reason why it's struggling, self-awareness, is because it believes that sales and marketing is not its forte. Now, the moment you discover what it is that is holding you back relative to, your boundaries of reality or relative to the information, relative to your belief system, the next thing you want to do is to ask yourself, still on self-awareness, how did I come to accept that this thing is true? Who sold this lie to me? For Salome, for example, who sold you the lie that you cannot get a vibrant digital marketing person that would teach you the same thing that the 200,000 naira guy will teach you for 20,000 naira, and you will still get the same value? Who told you that you are not going to get the same value? Who sold that lie to you? At what point in your life did you accept that to be your reality? The moment you begin to ask this kind of questions, what you are trying to do is to shake the roots of that thing that you have believed for a very long time. Because by the time you begin to ask these questions, you begin to discover that really and truly, maybe this thing is not as true as I thought it is. Maybe it is me that is even lying to myself, right? And that brings us to the third thing that you are going to do on that table, which is discovering a model or selecting a model. The model we are talking about here is you looking around you and asking the question, who is that person that I know that has created the same results that I'm trying to create? Let me ask that question again. Who is that person that I know that has created the same results that I am trying to create? Right? The moment you are able to identify that person, you then ask the next question, which is, what is their thinking like? And what is their behavior like? The reason why a lot of people struggle, even when they say I have a mentor, I have a role model and all of that, is because maybe you've gotten a hold of their behavior, but you've not gotten a hold of the belief that is driving that behavior. So when you try to do what they do, you find out that you struggle because it is not coming from you from a natural place. So when you get that model, you begin to ask yourself, how do they think and how do they behave? If you can walk up to them and ask them the question, so, sir, I want to find out, relative to this result that you have created, what are your behaviors? What are your thinking, that drives this kind of performance in your life? The moment they begin to share with you, you begin to document it. And that brings us to the third and the final thing that you need to do, which is that you need to begin to mirror your models. The reason why a lot of people have not been able to build the kind of businesses that they desire to have is because, either they don't have a model or they have a model that they have not mirrored. How many of us have role models and mentors here? You have a role model, you have a mentor. Can I see your hands up? Can I see your hand? just give me a signal or just tell me in the comment section that I have a mentor, I have a role model, I have a mentor, I have a role model. Drop it in the comment section. If you don't have, it's okay. You can just say, no, I don't have. No, I don't have. No, I don't have. I want to see the interactions in the comment section, please. We are bringing this thing to a close. I should be rounding up in the next 5 or 10 minutes. Okay, Manuel Oluwato says, I have. Of course, we know you have one anyway. I know you have like 20 or 30. Okay, fantastic. SS says, I have. Awoti Mori says, no, I don't have. Major says, I don't have. Now, you begin to see that the areas in which you have a mentor, you would not struggle. The areas where you lack one, you are probably going to struggle. So for those that do not have, the fastest way for you to expand your boundaries of reality in those areas where you are struggling will be for you to look for a model.
Hello. Well, I guess it's network. Can anybody hear me?
We can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, beautiful.
Yes,
Beautiful.
yes, I can.
I guess his network tripped off. Okay, he'll be back soon. Okay, he's back. He's back.
All right, can you guys hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
no, clear.
Great. So one of the things you discover is that in the areas where you are struggling, you probably do not have a model. And in the other areas where you are doing well, you have somebody that is a representation of what you are trying to create. Somebody has sold you the idea of a possibility, and that possibility is what you're creating, right? So to bring this thing to a close, what are the major points that I've shared here today? The reason, number one, the reason why you're struggling in certain areas of your life is simply because that result that you desire exists outside of your boundary of reality. The second thing that I've shared here today is that for you to be able to then discover your boundaries of realities, you need to identify the different areas where you are struggling. Right. Now, the second thing that you need to do after identifying the different areas where you're struggling is for you to ask yourself, what are my beliefs relative to this area that I'm struggling? What are my beliefs relative to this area in which I'm struggling? The third thing that you need to do is for you to get yourself a model, a mentor, a role model, somebody that you can walk up to ask them the question of their behaviors and their beliefs relative to the area in which you are struggling. And then the fourth and the final thing for you to do is for you to begin to mirror them. You begin to mirror them. You begin to mirror them. You begin to mirror them. The beliefs that they said they have, you begin to say to yourself that this is your new belief. For somebody like Basi now, Basi begins to say, you know what? I have, marketing is my forte. Marketing is my forte. I've actually done it too many times and I can do it again, right? And you begin to mirror them. And before you know what is happening, your boundaries of realities begin to open, right? And you begin to allow new experiences into your life. You begin to allow new opportunities into your life. And then you begin to grow significantly in the areas that you have hitherto been struggling for now. I hope you guys have gotten some value from this session so far. If you have, please let me know in the comment section that you've gotten value from this. At this point, I want to take maybe 1 or 2 questions before I jump out of here. Major, thank you so much for saying yes. I hope everybody here has really gotten value. I hope this is worth your time and it's worth your data. Thank you, Chi Buzol, for saying yes, you've gotten value. I don't know if there's any comments before I jump out of here. Tosin, please, do you want to come?
Okay, please, if you have questions, please come up with your questions so Mr. Boluwatife David can answer them. All right. He has said a whole lot of things today, a whole lot of things. Honestly, trust me, about your boundaries of realities, about what you can do. All right. He has diagnosed what boundaries of realities are. He has also provided you a solution, what you can do, to make sure that you expand your boundaries of realities. Please, if you have questions, please do ask. Please. If you have questions, please just unmute your mic and ask a question.
So if there are no questions, I think it will be okay for me to bounce. But before I bounce, let me drop this with you quickly. Remember that it is possible that the Coca-Cola you're looking for will be presented to you on the bottle of a red label. So before you say no to the next bottle of red label that will be offered to you, please ensure to open it, sniff it, have a taste of it before you say you don't want. Because who knows, you might be passing off the opportunity of a lifetime. Okay, somebody says, is there a specific way to get a mentor? Well, I think the most important thing is for you to even identify the area of life in which you need a mentor first, and then because okay, she says I've tried reaching out to some people, but somehow it just doesn't work out. Well, the truth of the matter, I think Emmanuel is a pro when it comes to getting mentors. So maybe in one of the sessions, he will tell you his own tricks, his own strategies of getting mentors. Yeah, the truth be told, Emmanuel is great when it comes to getting mentors and all of that. So I'm sure he'll be willing to share with you how it goes about that. But I think for me, the most important thing is that when you're trying to get a mentor, it is important that you understand that you are not meant to be a border to their life, but a complement to their life, right? Emmanuel here is a mentee to me, but I can tell you 1,000,001 ways in which the relationship has been symbiotic. The reason why a lot of people do not say yes to a lot of people is because most times mentees are more parasitic than symbiotic. So if you go with the thinking of a symbiotic organism, I think you'll be able to get yourself a mentor, as fast as possible. Put a value on the table, and before you know what is happening, they'll be saying yes to you. I remember that somebody gave an analogy a while ago, and I'm going to close with that analogy. So it says that generally, when you're trying to get yourself a mentor, this is what the relationship looks like. The mentor is in front of you, like this. You are at the back of the mentor like this. So if you are calling the mentor, what you're trying to say, okay, so let me do it this way. The mentor is trying to get this phone in front of him. The mentor is in front of you looking at the phone he's trying to get. You are at the back of the mentor, right? Calling the attention of the mentor. So if the man is going to listen to you, or if the woman is going to listen to you, what they would have to do would be to lose focus of the phone they are trying to get and turn their attention to you, which most times, if they've been living their lives like that, they will not become a mentor in the first place. So what you need to do as a person that is desirous of getting them to mentor you is for you to look at in front of them and say, what exactly is this person looking at? And then you discover that, oh, this person is actually trying to get this phone. And then you bring yourself to their front and you align yourself with the phone that they are trying to get. Automatically, you are within their sight. And there is nothing you are going to say to them that way that they are not going to listen to you. The challenge most of the time is that you want to remain behind them and you want them to look away from their own focus to focus on you. When you do that, you will not be able to get the kind of mentors that you need. But when you align yourself with the things that they are interested in and you provide solution in that regard, trust me, you get more yeses from the people that you desire to work with or to mentor you than you have always been getting. I hope that really answers somebody's question, and I hope it's been a great time for you guys. Thank you so much for having me, Manuel. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for everyone that started with me and stayed to the end of this class. Every time I'm closing out on a training session this way, sorry, please. Every time I'm closing out on a training session this way, I generally like to ask people to do something. Because for me, it is not about what you have listened to, but it's about your commitment to what you're going to be doing as a result of what you have listened to. So in your notepads, I believe you have one. I want you to write 3 things that you're going to be doing differently as a result of the things that we have shared here today. 3 things that you're going to be doing differently as a result of what you have learned here today. And as you write those things down, I beseech you by the mercies of God that you stay true to them, commit to doing them every day till you're able to produce your desired result. Thank you, and God bless you. Have a lovely evening.
Wow, 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 wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Focus. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. That's actually really, really been amazing. It has been super, super amazing. Thank you so much. Everybody, please on the chat session, on the message session, please kindly just say thank you, Mr. Focus. Thank you, Mr. Boluatifai David. Express your gratitude to how far you have, gotten clarity from what you've heard. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much, Mr. Boluatifai David. Thank you so much, sir, and we really do appreciate it. All right. So yeah, thank you so much for everybody that's actually stood to the end of the session tonight. All right, it's actually 2-part session. Mr. Debo started off with giving off a snippet on what you think digital marketing is and how you think it can actually help your he also delved into he also delved into targeting, the myth behind targeting, why you are doing your wrong targeting, the reasons behind your wrong targeting, and a whole lot of things. But tomorrow, 7 p.m., Mr. Debo will be back. He will be doing a 1-hour stretch from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock, and if possible, can have some minutes also. But really, trust me, after Mr. Debo's class, you would have a lot of clarity as to what to do to start your business and gain more profit. All right. So one of the things I also want us to do, so please, if you are not on the group, if you are not on this Summit WhatsApp group, please chat me now on the chat section. I am not there, I'm not there, I'm not there, so that you can have the link. There's a whole lot of information that will be on that WhatsApp group. All right. Please, if you're not there, let me know. Or you can also follow me on Instagram at Dreams Avalanche. Let me type it there. At Dreams Avalanche. All right, beautiful. Okay, so till we meet tomorrow, go digital, fly higher. Thank you so much. Oh, you're not there. Patrick said he's not there. Okay, let me just I'm coming. 70. Okay, I'm coming. Just 1 minute. Hey guys, please, 1 minute. Let me help him here. Okay, let's do like this. Send a text message. Okay, send a text message to. Okay, send a text message or WhatsApp message to that number. All right, and say you want to be added to the group. All right, and you will be added to the group. Please, again, I'm putting it out again. Send a text message to that number that you want to join that group, and you'll be added to the group. Thank you so much. 7 p.m. is the time tomorrow with Mr. Debo Ajayi, and I'm sure to meet you here. Thank you. Have a wonderful night rest.